Hi everyone. I had a few questions about the different perimeter and area and value problems, so I wanted to make a quick little video to go over one of each before you take this quiz. So the first one we're going to look at is find the perimeter of the triangle, and we're given its sides 5x plus 4, negative x squared plus 10, and 6x squared plus 10x minus 3. So when we're trying to find the perimeter, all we need to do is we need to add all the sides together. So my first step was I took the sides, side 1, side 2, and side 3, and I want to add them all together. The next line that I did is I dropped the parentheses, and I want to figure out my like terms. Remember that like terms have the same variable and the same exponent. So I underlined once the negative x squared and the 6x squared. I underlined twice the 5x and the 10x, and then the constants of 4, 10, and negative 3 I underlined 3 times just to help me stay organized. When I'm adding like terms, all I'm doing is I'm adding or subtracting the coefficient, the number in front, and I'm not changing the exponent at all. So the perimeter of this triangle, when I combine like terms, negative 1 and 6 gave me 5x squared, 5x and 10x got me 15x, and 4 plus 10 minus 3 gets me 11. So when you have perimeter, you're just adding up all the sides. Compare that to problem number 2, where we have to find the area of the rectangle, and we're given it has a length of 3x plus 1 and a width of x minus 4. When we want to find area, we're going to multiply length times width. So the first thing that I did was I set it up saying 3x plus 1 times the quantity x minus 4. Now when we're multiplying, we can use either one of our methods of distributing the arrows or the box method, and I'm going to show both ways. So the first thing I'll do is I'll show the box method. Here we have 3x and 1 and x minus 4, and we're multiplying 3x times x to get 3x squared, 3x times negative 4 to get negative 12x, 1 times x to get 1x, and 1 times negative 4 to get negative 4. When you're distributing with those arrows, you get the same answer. Combine your like terms, and we have an area of 3x squared minus 11x minus 4. In problem number 3, we were asked to find the volume of the cube. Here, volume formula is length times width times height. So the first thing that I did is I rewrote it as x plus 5 times the quantity x plus 2 and x minus 2. And I always find it easiest to start with those back two terms and multiply them together. So when I multiply them together, using the box method, I get x squared, a negative 2x, a positive 2x, and a negative 4. But notice those two middle terms are going to cancel out. So we write 0x, which because it's 0x, we don't have to write anything. So we can rewrite it as x squared minus 4, because those two middle terms are canceling out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the x plus 5 and multiply it by that x squared minus 4. So using the box method, x times x squared is x to the third, x times negative 4 is negative 4x, 5 times x squared is 5x squared, and 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. Here it is using the distributing, and there's nothing I can combine in terms of like pairs, but I want us to write our final answer in standard form, so I rewrote it as x to the third plus 5x squared minus 4x minus 20. Remember, standard form, we go from the highest exponent down to that constant. And now in our last problem, it says find the area of the shaded region. So here we have a rectangle that's shaded, and we have this square, it's supposed to be a square, with x plus 1 and x plus 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the area of that large rectangle, and then I'm going to subtract the area of that unshaded area, that square, and that will give me the area of the shaded region. So kind of like a two-part problem based on problem number 2 that we did. So to find the area of the large rectangle, it's length times width. So x minus 5 times 2x plus 1. That gave me 2x squared plus x minus 10x minus 5. And when I combine like terms, I get 2x squared minus 9x minus 5. Now I'm going to find the area of the square. Once again, that's length times width. So here I get x squared plus 1x plus 1x plus 1. And when I combine like terms, I get x squared plus 2x plus 1. I ran out of space, so I have to go to my next page. Now, when I want to find the area of the shaded region, I'm going to take the area of the large rectangle and subtract it from that area of the square or the unshaded region. Remember, when I'm subtracting, I need to distribute that minus sign to everything in that second parentheses. So after I do that, I have 2x squared minus 9x minus 5 minus x squared minus 2x minus 1. When I combine like terms, 2x squared minus x squared gives me 1x squared. Negative 9x minus 2x gets me negative 11x, and negative 5 minus 1 gets me negative 6. So the area of that shaded region is x squared minus 11x minus 6. So hopefully that answered any questions that we had before we take this quiz.